If you're a beginner and you are trying to learn how to write with brush pen calligraphy, you will be stuck with asking yourself, how do you hold the brush pen? Does it really matter? The answer is yes. You will need to be able to learn how to hold your brush pen right in order to be able to practice right and progress well. Here I'll teach you how to hold your brush pen right in order for you to be able to write beautifully. Let's get started, shall we? So this video teaches us how to hold a brush pen properly, beginner's guide. Let's get started, all right? Now, this is my favorite brush pen and I've used this in all of my social media posts and I share about this brush pen all the time. It is called the Pentel brush sign pen. This is my favorite and highly recommended brush pen for all beginners. And if you are getting started in brush pen calligraphy, this is the one that I highly recommend. Now this is the other brush pen that many people love to use because it allows you to write with thick, juicy, thick strokes, and it is extremely easily available in Popular, in Times, in Art Friend, and in a lot of art supplies stores. So I'm going to be sharing about how to hold each of these brush pen differently and for both right-handers and left-handers. Let's get started. Right? So if you are a right-hander, I always share that you will tilt the bottom of your paper to the right because in calligraphy, in modern calligraphy, we always write with a slight slant. So this really helps for right-handers. Now, if you are a left-hander, you will tilt the bottom of your paper to the left so that your downstrokes are more aligned to where you are writing, and this really helps, right? So tilting the papers is a very good way to get started. So I'm a right-hander, I will tilt my papers to the right. Now for both right and left-handers, for a Pentel brush sign pen, we will hold it at this line. There is this groove for a Pentel brush sign pen. This is where we will hold. We will wrap our thumb, pointer finger, and resting the pen on the middle finger and wrap our three fingers around this line. Now this line is the best place to hold a Pentel brush sign pen because it is close enough to the nib to allow for maximum control, but not too close such that you are obtaining a 90-degree angle to the paper. We want it at an angle of 45 degrees to the paper, this angle to the paper. Hence, we hold it at this line. Right? Now the barrel of the pen should rest in the nook of your thumb and your pointer finger. So while holding it like that, you are able then to write your strokes as such. Thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes, underturns, ovals, compound curves, ascending loop, and descending loop. Alright, now for left-handers, we are holding the pen in the same way. We first tilt our paper to the left, right, and wrap our three fingers, thumb, pointer finger, and middle finger around the line of a Pentel brush sign pen. Holding it like this allows you to have an angle of 45 degrees to the paper. Right? So similarly, I'm a right-hander, so I'm going to be writing a little bit shaky with my left hand, but I'm practicing, all right? So let's try, all right? So thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes, underturns. Can you tell that when I'm writing with my left hand, it is a lot slower? Right? But the principles of the writing and the grip of the pen and the holding of the pen is the same. At wherever I'm holding the pen forms about 45 degrees to the paper, and that allows me to obtain the thick strokes, right? Ovals and stuff like that. Now, if you are going to be holding it too close to the nib, what happens is that you are not able to obtain thick lines. Can you see that the lines will no longer be thick? This is actually very thin compared to the thick lines that we hope to have if we hold it at that line, at this line of the Pentel brush sign pen. Can you tell the difference? Let me show you, yeah? So these are too thin because we hold it pen, the problem is that we hold the pen too close to the nib. Set face, all right? So we hold it at the line so that we are able to obtain thick lines. So this one, just right. And that's because we hold the pen at the line. Try this, all right? So this is for the Pentel brush sign pen. Now, what is the way to hold the pen if I'm going to be using a Tombow brush pen? Now, for a Tombow brush pen, this side of the nib is the one that allows you to have brush strokes that are similar to the brush pens. This side is a normal nib writing that allows you to write monoline. It doesn't have ticks or teens, okay? So if I'm going to be using the Tombow, I want to be able to hold the pen close enough but yet not too 90 degrees to the paper. I want to hold it in such a way that I'm able to obtain a 45 degree slant. And I realized that the ideal way to hold this brush pen is actually at this icon. Alright, so when we hold our thumb at this icon and wrap 3 fingers, thumb, pointer finger and middle finger, at this icon of the Tombow brush pen, we are able to obtain thick lines and thin lines as such. So if you do have a Tombow brush pen, please try this, all right? Hold your brush pen at this icon and allow your hand to grip the pen in a way that is soft, not too stiff, because when we are gripping it too stiff, our lines get a little bit shaky. We want to hold our pen with a light grip. I always say with a light grip. So it really allows you to obtain thick lines, thin lines, ovals, and it allows you to control your brush pen well. Same for left-handers, we are going to be holding it at the icon, thumb covering the icon, 3 fingers wrapped around the pen. We are able to obtain our thick lines. Oops, too thick. Right? There you have it. We have learned how to hold a brush pen, and in this case, I have taught us how to hold these 2 most popular brush pens, and I hope you get started in brush pen calligraphy, and let's practice right in order to progress well. I'll see you in our next video that is going to be on why our downstrokes are not thick. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!